Modern Warfare 2 gameplay details and info have been released. Some people got hands-on, so we're going to be giving you the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 gameplay details that are known at this time. We will also be covering Summer Game Fest, so look for that VOD if you miss my live coverage. During Summer Game Fest, we have been told there will be Modern Warfare 2 gameplay reveals to be looked at after the worldwide reveal yesterday. We had huge coverage of it. Thank you to anybody who newly subscribed for that coverage or watched it. We really appreciate that. And we are going to bring everybody over from this morning's coverage of the God of War Ragnarok release date debacle. Rumors swirling about a delay, which we squashed. There is no delay. We are going to get a release date today, and very excited to finally put that debate to bed. But right now, I want to give you all of the goods right here at the beginning of the stream. I try to make it so you don't have to go searching. So let me give you a real quick one. This is a Reforge update. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 gameplay details and info are coming in prior to the game's release on October 28th. There will also be a Modern Warfare 2 gameplay revealed during Summer Game Fest. We'll do our best to cover it live on Reforge Gaming, where we do our live streaming. If you're watching this upload on my updates channel, hit subscribe and the bell button, but check out gaming where I stream live. We're pulling this from GameInformer.com, and I've got stories and missions descriptions, story settings, mission structure. We've got information about the multiplayer, things that they're giving you with both options and tactics within those parts of the game. So that's all going to be contained in this very quick update, okay? First, according to Game Informer, head writer Brian Bloom and narrative director Jeff Negus told me that reimagining the franchise began with an important question. How can we most successfully honor the original game and take it further without diminishing both? So what they did, if you're unaware, is they essentially reset the story in Modern Warfare 2019, and this is Modern Warfare 2, launching and continuing that trajectory and that story arc. So the story setting, according to this article, says, at the end of Infinity Ward's 2019 adventure, Captain Price and Chief Laswell discuss the gradual rise of Victor Sakhaev, ring any alarm bells, and the need for boots on the ground contingency plan. In Modern Warfare 2, that plan has been in effect for 3 years as the heavily armed heroes are deployed into seemingly and increasingly dangerous situations only they can handle. Now, the mission structure, they talk about the first mission. They started off in close quarters combat. Enemies are ambushing from around corners. There's trap doors, and there's lots of things hidden in plain sight. And then the gameplay and the intensity and the visual fidelity are very apparent in the next mission, where Price and Gaz head to a port in Amsterdam to find an Al-Qaeda smuggling partner, smuggling partner, by approaching adversaries from underwater. The player can trigger flashy executions with the dagger or take them down in the traditional way, a well-aimed shot with a silenced pistol. Now, in Modern Warfare 2, they say water affects weapon ballistics, so routing opponents from beneath the rippling surface requires more than one bullet. Throughout the showcase, Infinity Ward stressed the importance of variety. I think they showed that in the World Revere trailer. There's lots of different places, biomes, and types of combat. Now, in multiplayer, according to this article, and they got a first look at the game, from a multiplayer perspective, Modern Warfare 2 is getting several innovative changes like AI advancements in Warzone 2, a gunsmith that provides a newfound level of weapon customization, and default classes meant to appeal to a wide range of player. Now, the co-design directors of multiplayer, Jeffrey Smith and Joe Seacott, focused on expanding the outcomes of PvP battles. They implemented numerous bodies of water that players can swim in or dive amphibious vehicles through, a dive mechanic to complement the classic slide physics. So diving is back. Swan diving is back, okay, alongside of sliding physics. There's ledge hanging and more specialized equipment. Tactical cameras allow players to surveil, detect enemy movements, drill charges, fire grenades through surfaces like Fuse and Rainbow Six Siege. DDoSes are miniature EMP devices that can even affect kill streaks, and the inflatable decoy is the perfect jump scare for unwary foes. So they're giving you choice, they're giving you optics, they're giving you tactics, they're giving you different approaches to the actual map design with movement choices, swan diving coming back, sliding coming back, ledge hanging, swimming. They are seeking to really, really ramp up the quality, innovation, and the sense that this is a new era for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. As always, we appreciate you watching these real quick updates. Check out Reforge Gaming where I stream live, and I'll see you in the next video. And I'll see you guys right now as we continue our coverage today with our second stream of the day. Modern Warfare 2 gameplay details and info. It's sounding like it's shaping up to be an evolved experience, especially for those on the multiplayer side of things. Really excited that that is something that they are pushing for. The nature of map movement, adding... I was actually surprised, right? I was actually surprised to see swan diving returning. I was kind of surprised to see that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's right. Don't tell me what to do. I already hit that button long ago. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. If you didn't do it right now. This is a new stream. We redirected you to a new stream. We do this so that the VOD is nice and contained. 2-hour or so long videos that cover particular topics. So, switch to live chat so you can see what everybody's saying and smash that like button. Give us those first 100 likes. We love to see that right off the rip when the video starts. Welcome on in. We will be covering Summer Game Fest. There will be Modern Warfare 2 gameplay in Summer Game Fest, okay? So we will be covering that, but right now we actually have some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay details and info that we broke down, mission structure, how they're implementing different things with the AI, how they're letting you do different things in multiplayer on the maps. My TV never redirects. Yo, what's good, Takashi? Only really works reliably on my PC. Mobile is iffy, depends on the day of the week. But good to see you. Good to see you, man. It sounds like they are letting you be a soldier and use stuff like what's in the field. Now, they did say, Akuta Papa, in another interview that Modern Warfare 2 gameplay is not going to center around realism, like hyper-realism. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're going to be going for more fun, more arcadish, but they are adding, it sounds like they're adding a lot more to your tool set, for sure. For sure. What's good, buddy? Long time? Yeah, it has been. It's been a long time since I've seen you. Even in the comments. I'll be swan diving right into those Sony fanboys' mothers with consent, of course. That's right. That is true. Activision better not mess up Warzone 2.0. Apparently Warzone have about 172 weapons too much. I'm a fanboy, and I do not give you to swan dive into my mother. Yeah, I don't give you consent. There you go. Did they say if Ground War was coming back or another large game mode other than 6v6? They have not spoken to game modes or size. They have not. So we don't actually know what that's going to look like. 14 more likes, guys, to hit 100 likes. Real quick. We're about to hit 300 viewers, so give us that quick like push. It really helps out the vid. It helps people find us. Thank you so much for being here if you came over. If you're a new member, longtime lurker or listener, or a longtime sub, go through all those rituals. We are very, very excited to be covering Summer Game Fest with you guys today. While we wait, we've got plenty of things to cover. We already covered God of War Ragnarok, and now we are covering Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. Excited to have details and info to talk about from the people who have seen it first. They've got a look. Summer Game Fest today, the first game listed is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Right on there. Right on the front. They are not putting Ragnarok on that page, though. They're keeping that one locked up. Locked up tight and in the back. Anodyne Star spamming the chat with light roast bags. Thank you so much for doing that. Ground War is coming back, says MJ. Your mom was so fat she jumped in the air and she got stuck. I never understood that one. Wouldn't she fall back much faster? I don't know. Activision has confirmed that starting with Modern Warfare 2, the entire franchise will be using one engine for a connected experience. For the first time in Call of Duty history, the team is using one unified engine across the franchise. Yep. I'm hyped for Modern Warfare 2 Remake, not gonna lie. How long till Game Fest starts up? We will do our stream. We will start our stream in about an hour and a half. It is 2 hours and 20 minutes from now is when it goes live. We'll go live about an hour before and just talk about predictions, things that we think we're going to see. What's good, Icebreaker? Every new subscriber means a dolphin is freed from tuna nets. That's true, but not really. Good thing I only need Mama Bear's consent. Oh my gosh. The mode's called Battle, says Christopher Wright. So they're bringing back Ground War and they're calling it Battle, okay? Charlie Intel talked about the game modes. Oh, they did. They did. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So we've got a tweet from Charlie Intel. We got a tweet from Charlie Intel saying, multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2 features two key styles of play, battle maps and core maps. Battle maps are large-scale maps, while core maps are built exclusively for 6v6. Core maps will take place in locations around the world. Battle maps will be points of interest from the new Warzone map. Okay, well, there you go. According to Jack Frags, Ground War is coming back with better maps and features. Yeah, Charlie Intel saying the same thing. If you're tuning in, we've got Modern Warfare 2 gameplay details and info, breaking it all down for you right now. We covered the reveal trailer yesterday to a massive amount of people. It was amazing. If you're one of the new subs or people that tuned in yesterday, hopefully you ride the day with me. We are one of the official co-streamers of Summer Game Fest. We'll be covering that in about an hour and a half. We'll switch over to that stream. Excited about those reveals. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 gameplay is a part of that showcase, so we're going to get a look at gameplay today, and we've got the info and the details right now about things they're doing with multiplayer. We've got maps and modes details. We got battle maps. We got core maps. We got, Ground War coming back, but they're calling it battle, I guess, is what they're calling it. Well, they're calling it battle maps, is what they're calling it. Successfully relocated away from Tokyo, now living just beside the largest lake in Japan with my girlfriend. She wakes at 7:30, so we go to bed early. Well, there you go. Well, glad that all worked out for you, Takashi. I hope you and the lady friend are well. That's cool. Not to mention a gunfight, which is a shame, but I'm very much looking forward to the battle mode. Good morning, folks. What's good, Mike on the mic? Good to see you. Good to see you. Every membership is one less baby seal clubbed. I mean, I can't confirm or deny that we have an influence on baby seals being clubbed, but we have seen a decline in baby seals being clubbed ever since we got gifted memberships 9 days ago. So that could be causation instead of correlation. We're not quite sure. The research is still out on that. Rip Battlefield, COD's going to do their job for them. I'm surprised about no zombies. This is supposed to be the last 2 years. Thought zombies was popular. Well, according to Treyarch's in it, they said that they are investing in zombies right now. They want to make the next zombies very, very good. Now, there's a rumor, unconfirmed, obviously, but there's a rumor that the next Call of Duty Zombies will be standalone. And if you look at the way that they silo their games right now, Warzone and all of that, like you load up and Call of Duty's got all these silos, I could see Call of Duty Zombies, the next iteration, being standalone. I could see that. It makes sense with how they've structured the game content. My daughter lives in Tokyo with her mama. She doesn't speak English and I don't speak Japanese. It's a heck of a thing. Well, there you go. No mention of gunfight, which is a shame, but I'm very much looking forward to battle mode. No, new single-player game tomorrow. I'm in. What's he playing? The Quarry? Oh, yeah, Doc's getting into the Quarry. I think the game looks pretty cool. Makes sense, like Rainbow Six Extraction. I've been watching the VODs, though. Just a little too busy to make any discursive comments. Readjusting, riding the motorcycle, outdoor activities, top of work, Yeah, dude, get it. Get it. Have a good one. Enjoy all that stuff. What about geese being punched? Have those statistics gone down as well? Well, the calmer I stay, the less geese get punched. So, yeah, the geese are okay. Geese are in good hands. Already pre-ordered. I'm excited. I love Infinity Ward. I wish Call of Duty attempted a Tarkov-like mode. What do you guys think about this prediction? Okay, because Creature said this to me yesterday, okay? He says, I think this is the end of them ever going back to World War era. And part of me thinks he might be right. The only reason I'm not willing to accept that yet is they haven't done a World at War revisit. Because World at War stands as probably one of the other hailed and popular eras of Call of Duty. Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 and World at War are the three that typically get listed as, that was so great, that was amazing, those are excellent, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they could get Kiefer Sutherland again if they're going to reimagine the story and bring him back. World War II and Vanguard was their World at War revisit. They shot themselves in the foot. I'm saying reusing the name, though, Sven. Call of Duty World at War, resetting it. I think they're done with World War unless they do that. I think they're completely done with the World War era unless they do a World at War revisit. The weapons will not draw the new audience, and they need to just accept that. Like, make World at War 2. They could either do World at War 2 or they could revisit it, use the same name like they did with Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, you know? You skipped it? Eugene, it was one of the only ones you could play the entire campaign co-op. It was so great. I don't know why that stopped with that title, but it was like the last one you could play through the campaign co-op. I don't know if they've revisited co-op since then, but they stopped for like 6 releases in a row. World War II would have been better. World at War 2 would have been better than Vanguard, probably. Please, for the love of God, no more World War FPS multiplayer games. I'm telling you, I think Creature's correct. I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is the beginning. They're just going to leave behind the World War eras unless they do a reboot of World at War. A Black Ops 2 reboot? I mean, I don't know. I could see them wanting to reboot Black Ops because Black Ops is another one that kind of like stands tall in people's minds. It does. It stands tall in people's minds. But I don't know. Stick to Modern Warfare only. Better graphics and weapons. World War games will never end. I think Call of Duty World War games are done. I think they're done. World at War was freaking incredible. Many people love that era. Co-op became a Spec Ops missions in Modern Warfare 2. That's right, Spec Ops. I forgot about that. Is Spec Ops returning to Modern Warfare 2? Are they bringing that back? I remember that. I remember being kind of bummed that it wasn't like a fully fleshed out thing. I remember being bummed by that, thinking that it would have been better. It would have been much, much better to do like a fully playable co-op campaign. I think COD's bread and butter is modern setting. I agree with you. I just went new Dead Ops Arcade. Oh, you want that? You just want new Dead Ops Arcade. I misread that. FinFreak says, as long as they don't go all futuristic again, keep boots on the ground. I think, yes, you got to stay in your lane. You do. You got to stay in your lane, and you got to do your core competencies. World at War got like 2 weeks for me, and I went back to Modern Warfare. I really liked World at War. I thought it was excellent. Thank you to all the new subscribers today. Thanks for checking us out and enjoying our coverage. We will be covering Summer Game Fest. If you've never been here before, I am a Safe for Work broadcaster, so you can subscribe in confidence. I'll be in your sub feed all week doing live talk shows like this, and many people treat me like a podcast. They kind of throw me on in the background. Could we get 200 likes on this video? We just hit 120 something. I bet you we could get that up to 200 no problem. I bet you we could. And we have multiple channels with multiple purposes, and this one is our lead starting main hub live channel. You spend most of our time here. You guys remember that museum where you shoot at people when they came to life and whatnot? Was that Modern Warfare 2? I don't remember that. Did you really just say that Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 are two of the best Call of Duties ever made and Treyarch did it? Really? Wait. I don't think he said that. Treyarch just wasn't good back then, says Eugene. Special place in my heart for Modern Warfare ones. Looking forward to this. Black Ops 2 is the GOAT. I couldn't stand Black Ops 1 and 2. They did so many things that were irritating. They did, Black Ops 1 would kick you out if you shot your teammates by mistake, which was stupid. So instead of just doing ricochet, they would let you kill your teammates. So I would do napalm, and your dumb teammates would get you kicked from the server. They'd go running into the napalm, and they'd die, and then you'd get kicked out of the game. I remember the last time I played Black Ops 1, I was having a killer game, dropped napalm, got a couple enemy kills, and then all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, what are you guys? And I get kicked out of the game. Like my stupid teammates ran into the fire. It's like people would get jealous that you were doing well. They would intentionally run into the fire. They would intentionally run into the fire so that you got kicked out of the game. I had a surface-to-air missile. That hit the corner edge of a building. It hit the corner edge of a building, and it blew up my teammates because it was trying to shoot a UAV, and I got kicked out of the game. I freaking hated that. Why not just do ricochet? If I shoot you, it hurts me. If I kill you, I die. I actually don't kill you, but like my bullets ricochet. Like I thought ricochet was the best way so people couldn't troll their teammates. Because you know what started happening? People would get angry because they were losing, and they would kill their teammates to get kicked out of the game. So they'd get out of the game faster, and they'd annoy you on their way out. Black Ops 2 didn't have skill-based matchmaking. But guess what? Modern Warfare 2019 had it. Black Ops 2 100% had skill-based matchmaking. Me and my friends played it. It 100% had it. No doubt in my mind. We would win 2 or 3 games, and they would lock up our lobby. We'd have to re-queue, and we'd get matched against sweaty teams outside of our region. Black Ops 2 had verifiable, traceable, measurable, irritating, skill-based matchmaking. 100%. 100% they had it. Because we went on a 100-game win streak in Modern Warfare 2, and in Modern Warfare 3, we won 223 games in a row. Legitimate, no dashboarding, no cheating. And when we got into Black Ops 2, it was like, what the frick is this? We would win 2 games, and we would get punished. Skill-based matchmaking has been in the game the entire time. It got worse in Black Ops 2. They were going for like a 50-50 win rating. It was so stupid. It was so freaking stupid. We played Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. We never had those problems. We could win game after game after game. Yeah, horrible lag comp. The lag compensation in Black Ops 2 was so manipulatable. People had guides on how to get on the good end of lag comp. There were literal YouTube guides on how to get on the good end of lag comp. There was a video. It blew my mind. I remember watching the video. This guy running around in Black Ops 2. He got like 113 kills. And not a single person shot back at him. It was like, what is he doing? Is he playing against bots? And then he made the fatal error. Of showing the scoreboard. And guess what? Everybody was green bar. He was 3 yellow bars. Gee, I wonder why no one's shooting back. He was using throttling to get on the good end of lag compensation, and nobody shot back at him. It was a freaking joke. Black Ops 2 was an absolute freaking joke with respect to lag comp and skill-based matchmaking. It was a disaster. The reason that Black Ops 2 did so well is because lower skilled players suddenly started having better win ratios because of lag comp and skill-based matchmaking. That's why everybody praises it the way they do. Black Ops 2 is praised because No Thumbs Tommy finally had fun. Exactly what I just said. That's right. Skill-based matchmaking is a system where players are matched based on their skill. Donlin says that all Call of Duty games, including Black Ops 2, had skill-based matchmaking. He says he wrote the implementation, and it can be tuned. That's right. I'm telling you right now, the reason that there was suddenly this rise in highlight channels and these guys uploading videos of themselves playing Black Ops 2 and dropping all these kills is because they would get on the good end of lag compensation, and they would look like a god. They would look like a god. They'd be like, oh, this is so amazing. And it's like, yeah, we used to stomp for game after game after game. We would stomp and stomp and stomp. And then Black Ops 2 came out and it's like, you weren't allowed to do that. You'd win 2 games and you'd get punished. Go ask Scump, any of the pros, they will tell you Black Ops 2 is the GOAT. Yeah, pros don't count. They're playing against pros. They're playing on LAN. I don't care what the pros say about Black Ops 2. It doesn't mean anything. Black Ops 2 is when literally all the communities peaked. Yeah. Well, after Black Ops 2, they saw a decline in retail sales. It was measurable because the people like me that played and were committed, we started actually walking away and not buying dadgum titles. It also favored the trash connection. Yeah, people with crappy connections were on the better end of things. So you're sitting there playing on a potato modem, and I got high-speed internet, and you're winning gunfights you have no business winning. It's off. It was awful. What's lag compensation? So what lag compensation does is, if you're 3 yellow bars and I'm green, it literally lags me so that we're on a level playing field. So I would shoot at you, and then you would shoot at me, and I'd be like, I don't understand. I shot first. The old I shot first syndrome. Like, I shot first. And then you'd watch the kill cam, and you didn't shoot a bullet. You didn't even shoot. Why? Because of lag compensation. You've been lagged and you don't even know it. You're like, there's a guy. Pip, 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 pip. Why did I die? You know why it always felt like those guys were shooting you and they were one-shotting you? It's because you weren't seeing reality. You'd be like, tit, 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 blue. And you're like, wait, what, why did I die? Well, why did I die? And you'd watch the kill cam and you're like running like an idiot. You run around the corner and you don't shoot a single bullet. And they're like, oh, here's this guy. Click, click, click. He's dead. Ha, ha, ha. That's why when I watched that clip of that guy, 112 kills, I picked up on it. I was like, no one's shooting back at him. I was like, no one's shooting back at him. Does nobody see that? 100 kills in a row. And not a single player shoots a shot back at him. There was a guide video where the guy was like, all right, guys, I'm going to walk you through on how to get on the good end of lag compensation. And he walked through settings on your router that you could change to throttle your connection so that you would be a god every game. That's why so many people started dropping high kill games and montages on YouTube that like previous titles. Modern Warfare 2, they were nobody. They were nothing. Black Ops 1, they were a nobody. They were nothing. Black Ops 2 struts onto the field, and suddenly every thumbless potato is able to get amazing kills and kill streaks and win ratios. It's like, what? Maybe he's a good guy with a gun. Yeah, he's so good that he's able to go into the future and make it to where I didn't shoot bullets. Yeah, that's how good of a player he is. I'm playing against Doctor Strange, apparently. It was a joke. It was a freaking joke. It's a joke of a game. It's only praised. It's only hailed as the most popular. It holds the record for the most played Call of Duty. Well, maybe not now. Maybe not now. But at the time, it held the record as the most played, and that's why. That's why. That was the beginning of this strategy from companies to say, we must get the mid lane and down, we must keep them happy because there's way more of them. And the player behavior pattern showed that if they got pub stomped, they would stop playing, which meant less money. Once you start selling micros, once you start selling stuff, right? Once you start doing that, you need all those people to play your game. Man, September's going to be so dadgum awesome. As soon as we get to August to September is going to be so dadgum awesome, Wheeze. I can't freaking wait. It's going to be so good. Last of Us 2 on PS5. The Last of Us 2 remake. So good. It's also in development for PC. That's why I liked Team Fortress 2 over Call of Duty that year of release. Way too many hackers in Call of Duty games now, not even remotely enjoyable. Yeah. If you guys just tuning in, giving a little brief history of Call of Duty as we discuss Modern Warfare 2 gameplay details. Do me a favor if you're enjoying the coverage. I am safe for work. A lot of people throw me on in the background like a video game podcast. I'm live multiple times a day, Monday through Friday. Hit subscribe, hit the bell button, smash that like button if you're enjoying the coverage. If you've got questions about the gameplay details that we have, I'm happy to tell you everything that we know, everything coming out from Charlie Intel, everything coming out from Game Informer. We went through that in the first 5 minutes of the stream. We will be covering Summer Game Fest. We're an official co-streamer of the event. There will be Modern Warfare 2 gameplay during Summer Game Fest, so we're looking forward to that. I've played Call of Duty since the first one, and don't really play it now because of all the things that happened. I'm not into PvP as much as I used to be, but I don't really see how playing someone your same skill level is punishment. Let me retell the story so you can not throw out a platitude and engage with what I said. Let me restate it. We would win 1 or 2 games and we would get punished. And here's how we were punished. It would stop throwing people in our lobby and we would have to exit and re-queue. And when we would re-queue, we would play against a super sweaty team outside of our region. That's the most important part you need to hear. We would play people outside of our region. So I'm playing people in Korea, Japan, China, and Russia, and when the connection's a joke, and we would get trounced. It was super, super frustrating. Dreyer said he doesn't know if Ragnarok is at Summer Game Fest, though. They're keeping it quiet. That IGN article gave it away, though. They gave it away. Yeah, you would get region mismatched. Also, keep in mind, the skill-based matchmaking debate always breaks down into this. You want to protect the lower skilled players so they have a good time. You don't care that high skilled players say, it's not fun to sweat every single game. We would like to have connection-based games where it's just random. We may find people our skill level. We may find people below our skill level. We may find people close to our skill level. We would like to just be able to play the game and not feel like we're qualifying for a tournament. And you say, you just want to stomp noobs. So what you do is you just betray your bias, maybe because you're a noob, but you just betray your bias. You're okay with protecting these people's match quality so that they have fun. You don't give a rip about these people up here. It's ridiculous. That's not how you matchmake people. That's not how you treat people. But they do it this way because there's way more mid-level skill and down players than there are top skill level players. It's why they do it. The other problem is the higher the skill player, the more often they play, increasing the likelihood of them being in the matchmaking pool, making it tougher to keep them away from the low skill players. If you want people that suck at the game to be protected, rather than arguing for ad hoc, garbage, Bush League skill-based matchmaking, you should be asking for ranked and unranked. It's so telling. It's so telling every time this debate happens. The people that defend skill-based matchmaking mysteriously don't get down with the ranked and the unranked solution. Just real mysterious. What's so wrong with that? If you're so in favor of playing people at your skill level, if you look at top shelf players and say, I don't understand, what's so wrong with playing people at your skill level? Let me say the same thing to you. What's so wrong with that? Ranked and unranked. All you gotta do, if you want to stay away from the scumps and the Z-laners of the world, then you just gotta go into ranked, and you'll never see them. You might see a Smurf or two, but they ain't gonna last very long in a good rank system. They're gonna get thrust out of the lower ranks. I think it affects mid-level skill players the most. You never get the ability to actually feel like you're dominating a game because you're always against people at your skill level. Yeah. Mid-lane players get the worst end of this because I can't play with people above my skill level, and if I have one good game, I end up playing against people well outside of my skill level, and it's incredibly unfun. You should see the state of Apex right now. Pubs are even sweatier than ranked. It's bad. Just add a core mode that is ranked and has skill-based matchmaking while the casual shouldn't have it. That's right. What's wrong with the Z-laners of the world? I said, if you don't want to play against the scumps and Z-laners of the world, if you don't want to play against the god tier players, then the ranked and unranked solution protects you from them. Like, that's the point. You have pure connection based. Just anything goes unranked. You go in there, you don't know what you're going to get. You go into ranked and you're going to play against people at your skill level. And if you give people a reason to go in there with really great incentives and really great items and really great earns, then the hardcore, really high-level skill players are going to want to go in there. They're going to want to get all that stuff. What I experience with skill-based matchmaking, it is never a good game. I'm always crushing someone or getting crushed. No common medium. Yeah, you crush and then they thrust you out. It's like Fortnite does the same thing. It's like, here, play some bots. You've not played Fortnite in a while. And I get crazy kill levels, and they're like, well, aren't you the go-getter? And then they throw me in real sweaty matches, and I'm like, well, it's done. I'm done for a month again, I guess. It's always telling to me that the people that want the lower skilled players protected are not on team ranked and unranked. They're on team skill-based matchmaking. Why? Because you know it makes things worse for the high-skill players. And it's a punitive, vengeful thing. It's like, yeah, you're real good at the game, so suck on those skill-based matchmaking lemons. That's why people support it. They don't support it because they truly believe it's the right solution. They don't support it because it truly creates a balanced and good matchmaking environment. No, it is a vengeful attitude against the high-skill players. Always has been, always will be. Every time the discussion comes up, they just want to stomp noobs. No, they don't. No. Have you ever listened to a single high-skill level player or pro talk? Have you looked at the dialogue at all? Have you looked at what they have to put up with? No, that's not their motivation in the least. You're okay with it because you feel like it's great that they have a bad time. Ranked and unranked would solve all these problems. It would. And if you're bad or you're mediocre like me, I'm like right down the middle. Like I'm like a very average player. I would love ranked. I would. And if I go into unranked and I get in a match and Z-Laner's running around and he smokes me, you know, because he looks at his left monitor, and he smokes me, like, what? I'm okay with that. Because it's like, it's random. It's random. It's connection based. I'm gonna go up against anybody. Right? I'll go up against anybody. I know that's a possibility. Don't just leak Last of Us 1 remake? Yeah. So what I'm hearing is they want to stomp noobs. Every PvP needs cannon fodder. Everyone knows it. Most will never admit. If you want to have fun these days, you got to reverse boost. I'm not kidding you. When we were going to play Apex the one time on stream, right? When we were going to play Apex the one time on stream, you know what I did? I booted up the night before, and I dropped in, and I just ran around to get familiar with the game again, and I played like a potato in the hopes that it would help. And it didn't help. Because I played with people who had been playing. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is freaking terrible. If you're just tuning in, we're covering Modern Warfare 2 gameplay details. We're talking about skill-based matchmaking. It's a debate that we have all the time, but I am safe for work. I keep it safe for work. So if you're coming in and not hitting subscribe, you're not hitting like, do that for me. We're getting a lot of drive-by viewers, I think. We are going to be covering Summer Game Fest. We are going to be, covering the event where there will be Modern Warfare 2 gameplay revealed in Summer Game Fest. So we're covering that. That's our third stream of the day. Thanks so much for being here. Call of Duty has a ranked mode, but it only has search and destroy. And personally, I don't enjoy search and destroy. They should put all of the modes into ranked and make casual core modes a skill-based matchmaking less zone. Yeah, exactly. Freeze Frank, it's so frustrating how obvious that is, but I'm telling you, this is why they won't do it. This is the problem. Ranked has a stigma. And I think their concern is when people see unranked, they think casual. And if they go into casual and they face somebody at Z-Laner's skill, they're going to say, this is a freaking joke. This is supposed to be casual. This is unranked. And I just think that stigma is so hard to turn back and say, well, actually, no. If you want to go somewhere and not deal with people outside your skill level, then ranked is your savior. But the stigma is that ranked will be sweaty. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves PC gets a new rating, hinting at a release date soon. Summer launch is looking increasingly likely. Didn't we... I don't understand. Didn't we already play that? Didn't we already play the Uncharted thing on PC? Or did I play that on my PS5? I played that on my PS5. I'd much rather get stomped every so often and not lag at all than lag every game with a 1.0. Right. Or have a 50% win ratio. Win one, lose one. Win one, lose one. Blah, 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 blah. What? I'll wear the skill-based matchmaking hat? Well, wear it. Why is skill-based matchmaking better than ranked and unranked? I don't understand why they think skill-based matchmaking is a good idea. I'm telling you, do you want to know what it is? At this point in time, they can't turn the public perception. Fortnite does it. Apex does it. Call of Duty does it. They all do it. There's a reason. It's all their internal data points. They're not making these decisions in ignorance, just so we're clear, okay? Let's just be clear on that. They're not making these decisions in ignorance. It's not like they just turn it on and say, this is a good idea, right? We should do skill-based matchmaking. No, it's all based on internal data points. They all do it. The reason they all do it is the monsoon of people that play these games that have just absolutely terrible stats, and they need them to play against bots, or they'll stop playing. It's probably due to rewards tied to being better at ranked, therefore people get sweaty to go up the ranks. There should be a skill-based matchmaking playlist with no visible ranks. But why would anybody ever go in there? You have to give people the ability. You have to give people a reason to go into the sweat. If you have a skill-based matchmaking with no visible ranks, then what's the point? Accidental leaks are like news these days. That's right. As a country bumpkin, that voice offends. They're basically trying to make the bad players feel good for being bad. I think these games were better back in the day before the devs overthought every aspect of online play. I think skill-based matchmaking should just protect new players. After reaching a certain level of hours played, I think you should be thrown into the general pool in an unranked playlist. I tend to agree with that. But they need to make money, and they need people logging in every day. Back then, skill-based matchmaking wasn't a thing. People were just fine with it. Even bad players were fine with it. Why add it now? According to the report, skill-based matchmaking has been in Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 1. So that's not necessarily true. Rank-based matchmaking is better, although it has a big Smurf player pot problem. How long do Smurfs last, though? Wouldn't you play a handful of games and just immediately get out of the lower ranks? If bad players keep getting smashed, eventually they will leave, and eventually everyone but the best becomes the worst, and then they leave. Right, it's not... I get why they do it. I do. I get why they do it. It's a business decision. It's not this protect the entitled snowflake decision. It's a business decision. They're literally basing skill-based matchmaking is in games based on their own data reports and their own financials. We're going to make more money if we do this. That's why they're doing it. Yo, what's good, Popcorn Kernel? There's already a skill-based matchmaking with no visible rank. It's all of Fortnite and Call of Duty. Rank shows rank, but all pubs have background skill-based matchmaking. Yo, what's good, Talika? The point would be to play with people at your skill level. It's a double-edged sword because it's either the bad players think it's sweaty and they don't go in, or you make it not sweaty and the good players don't play it. I think a ranked playlist would just automatically get sweaty with time, though, would it not? Smurfs last like 4 games, and then you're back to facing Optic Scumpy every game. Yeah. How did I get better? I got stomped and I got better. I mean, I remember playing World at War and having a terrible time for a while. Because I was a PC player and I came to console. Man, I remember Call of Duty World at War. It was rough. It was rough for like a while, you know? It was rough for a while. It was not easy to do. That adjustment period was very, very challenging. They're protecting casuals, a group I belong to. I don't see the problem. That's why I said there's a lot of bias. There's a lot of bias in the dialogue. It's all about like it's good for me. Ooh. Laughs in Fortnite rank sweats. It's good for me, you know what I mean? That's why people are okay with it. How was it that in Halo ranked was so popular back in the day? Was it just a ladder rank system that you could work your way up. Yeah, the Halo rank system, I don't really know how it worked, but people do tend to praise the one that was it Halo 2 or 3 that had it. I'm an absolute noob at Rocket League and played against guys flying through the air with the ball, hitting these insane air shots. We were losing 10-0, and they forfeited the match to keep low rank. Yeah, they're just playing. Yeah, they're just playing to have fun, and then they forfeit because they don't want the win to count. That's right. They're just probably in there just practicing, more than likely. That'd be my guess. We need 10 more likes on the video to hit 200 likes. If you guys haven't hit subscribe yet, do that. We're discussing Modern Warfare 2 gameplay details, and one of the things that we're debating is skill-based matchmaking. Last of Us Remake trailer released. Yeah. It's going to land... it's landing September the 2nd. Halo 3 and Halo Reach had the ranked. Okay, so it was Halo 3. I don't have time to be a pro. Why should I have to play them? I don't have time to be a pro. Why should I have to play them, Revive? Don't you see? Do you think I'm a pro player? You think I'm ever going to be in a tournament? You think I'm ever going to get picked up by an org? Have you ever seen me play? And yet I end up having to play people way outside of my league because of skill-based matchmaking. I think the stigma regarding skill-based matchmaking is that it is a system. Henceforth, someone designed it, and some people will always feel it's unfair manipulation. If based on luck, most people won't feel the same way. Is the IGN live stream showing new games right now? I don't think so. I have a very, very hard time believing that IGN got anything before Keighley. I suppose if you make a rank system good enough, you wouldn't have to worry about skill-based matchmaking in pubs because the good players would be in ranks. Well, but they wouldn't always be there, Watts, but I call it player equilibrium. There would be a better distribution of hardcore players. Some of them would be in unranked just to chill, but then a percentage of them would be in ranked. So your likelihood of running into them would go down because less of them would be in unranked. You're a full-time gamer? Yeah, but me being a full-time gamer has nothing to do with my skill. Have you ever watched me play? Have you ever watched me play Call of Duty, Apex, or Fortnite? I am slightly above average. Just because I'm a full-time gamer, I actually don't even play games that much if you really look at my hours throughout the month. That's not even really a fair assessment of me. Your entire career revolves around gaming. If you wanted to be pro, you could. I cannot. No, I couldn't be pro. No. I'm 40 years old. It's a young man's game. No way. My reflexes would be too slow. I've already aged out of that being a possibility. I'm 40. As soon as you hit 28, you're out. As soon as you hit 28, you're out. Bye. Nice knowing you. You've aged out. It's a 16-year-old to a 25-year-old man's game. It's a young man's game. I wouldn't stand a chance against these guys. I wouldn't even qualify. I wouldn't even get on a team. I'm not judging you, by the way. I didn't say you were. I think you're misjudging. I think you're overestimating my skill significantly. I'm slightly above average, and I get absolutely punished by skill-based matchmaking. Even if Lono spends all day, every day in a game, he doesn't play it. That's right. That's right. You're 40, thought you were closer to 30? I appreciate that. You could be pro at Among Us player? Maybe. Not as a streamer. IGN just streaming the Summer Game Fest kickoff event? Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't be a pro shooter. Yeah, it's a young man's game, not in a shooter for sure, which is where most of this stuff shows up. Pro players are getting younger and younger. Yeah, these little G Fuel snorting 13-year-olds, man, just twitching. I'm done. I'm freaking done. I might as well try to play Bobby Fischer in chess. Why doesn't Call of Duty just remaster old Call of Duty games already? People would enjoy them much more. No, I don't think so. I think this is a smart move. They reset the storyline in Modern Warfare 2019, so Modern Warfare 2 is set on a good stage, I think. You don't understand how good those players are if you think Lono ever had a shot, even in his prime. I would have had to commit back in my Quake days. Back in my high school days, I would have had to commit to pro level practice in like Quake to even stand a shot. By the time I played World at War, I'm married and I'm playing World at War on a 360, my chance at going pro is gone. No way. I have innate skill. I've been playing video games since the Coleco. I'm a born and bred gamer, so I can pick up almost any game and be proficient. But my ability to go pro was gone when I bought my 360. It's too late. As a fellow 40-year-old, do you consider we 1981 babies as millennials, Gen X, or in between? We're right in between. We had a big debate about this. I have the work ethic of a Gen Xer, but you can call me a millennial because of when I was born. But I don't have the disposition or the attitude that you find in later 80s, early 90s millennials. Be water, my friend. Not in a Twitch shooter? Yeah, no way. No way. What you're saying is marriage ruined your gaming career? No, I just remembered that's when I got my 360. If I wasn't married, it wouldn't have mattered. I was too old. I was 25. It's too late. I got married at 25. If I wouldn't have gotten married and committed to becoming a pro gamer, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. What disposition is that? We're not doing that again. You can be good, but if those reflexes aren't on point, you're going to lose against a younger person of equal skill. Yeah. A debate you lost? Shut the frick up, Robert. What, do you have a diary of all the debates I've lost? How many's in there? 2? The 90s millennials, the cause of the millennial memes? Yeah. There's a big difference between 80s millennials and 90s millennials, but I don't want to debate that today. Look at Doc, prime example. He's a good player, but he can't keep up with Z when they're in duos. No, yeah. Z's going to wash out anyway, like they all do. They'll all wash out. That's why they go crazy right now. They do everything they can to ride the wave. That's why I think so many of those guys are soft cheating. I think a ton of those guys are soft cheating because they need the edge. 100%. I think there's an epidemic of soft cheating in the pro scene in COD. Zero doubt in my mind that there is a monsoon of soft cheating going on. Not blatant. They are high-skilled, top-shelf players, and they're soft cheating for an edge. For entertainment value, for relevancy value, epidemic of soft cheating in COD. What does the term Z-laner mean? He's a streamer. What's soft cheating? Soft cheating is like... It's like they have these cheats that slightly assist them. So, soft cheating, they're not running around with blatant wall hacks and an aimbot that's going like this. Right? Soft cheating is when they're running something that is giving them, like, marginal bumps in, aim assist. Soft cheating would be having like a second monitor that's showing you where everybody is on the map, like a constant UAV, right? That's like soft cheating. His name is Zach Lane. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Sounds like cheating to me. No, well, I'm not trying to act like it's a white lie or something. Soft cheating is an expression because when you watch them, it's not blatant, okay? It's not blatant. You've got to look for careful clues of like, something's going on here. Something is assisting this guy slightly. It's not a hard cheat of like his aim snapped to a guy and shot for him and he saw him through the wall. Are you joking about the Z-laner thing? I have a hunch that I don't know who specifically, right? I don't know who specifically. There's been plenty of accusations against Z. I've seen plenty of footage that doesn't make an ounce of frickin' sense, okay? I'm not a hackuzation channel, so I don't give a rip about this. But I've seen footage of him and plenty of these other guys that doesn't make any sense at all. It makes zero sense. I think a ton of the top level players are soft cheating because I think the relevancy is, I think they need it. I think they need it. I think a ton of those guys have custom made soft cheats. And a lot of the big streamers like Nick Merckx and stuff won't talk about it, but they know that it's going on. Listen to Nicky Merckx when he talks about it. There is a big epidemic of soft cheating at the top levels. Big level, big amount of it. And the reason that they're whitelisted is because they pull and they're great for the game. They pull and they have great and they're good for the game. They're whitelisted. So, I don't go out of my way to make accusations and make videos. There are channels dedicated to that. And I've seen way too many clips of way too many of these guys to be like, "Oh, that's just, luck or the aim assist glitched." No. 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 The one video from Headband where he's like, "Watch the center dot. Watch the center dot. That's all I can say. Watch the center dot." That video, if that doesn't convince you something weird's going on, I don't know what the frick you're watching. Something weird is going on with some of these guys' gameplay. No need to call it soft, it's just cheating. Well, but here's the problem. Here's the problem. You have to delineate it as soft cheating, Robert, because if you say they're cheating, people watch the gameplay and are like, "I don't see anything. I don't see wall hacks. I don't see aim snaps. I don't see any of that crap." What are you talking about? Well, it's soft cheating. You can't see it. It's super subtle. I heard Nick talking about it the other day. He obviously wouldn't name names. It's only a matter of time. I don't think you can keep something like that under wraps. I don't think you can keep stuff like that under wraps. It's only a matter of time before it all comes out. I'm telling you, a bunch of them are soft cheating, and they'll disappear into the night. They'll just vanish. They'll make their millions, and then they'll go poof. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to sue them for supporting them? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's absolutely nothing you can do. These guys are going to make their bank, and then they're going to vanish into thin air. You know what I mean? They'll leave their channels up because they'll just get residual ad revenue from all those vids, all that backlog, and then they'll just freaking vanish. They'll just go poof. You won't ever see them again. It'll be the end of it. It'll be the end of it. And there'll be nothing anybody can do about it. The same thing happens on the purple platform. There's plenty of people over there that have view botted and gifted subs to themselves and lied to the public and defrauded people, and they'll just vanish into thin air one day, and there's nothing you can do about it. You Upper Echelon did an interview with a hack creator a few months back that said we'd be shocked if we knew how many streamers and pros have custom-built cheats and assist apps. Yeah. 100% is going on. Can you give an example of a soft cheat? So a soft cheat would be a toggleable aim assist boost, right? A toggleable aim assist boost. There's a clip where they're falling from the sky, and you can clearly tell the streamer is keeping his crosshair away from the guy, which is really strange. He's like moving his crosshair like almost like in a circle, and it's like there's this circumference around the guy that he doesn't want to get into. And then he accidentally gets into that circumference, and his aim goes, it goes right to the guy, like, and it stops. It doesn't like pull slightly like magnetism or aim assist. Like when you cross over somebody and your aim kind of pulls, it's kind of like it tugs. It's like a magnet or something. That's not what happened. His aim goes bink. It like literally goes up and stops on the player. It's the moving and the stopping. It's like that's not aim assist. It's not. It's some soft aim assist boost that like drags your aim to the player. Is the accusation they're cheating while streaming so to maintain high levels of play? There's that, Eugene. There's that. And they do it when they do their high kill games that they record. And the editors, they literally will take stuff out. The one guy said, he's like, the editors catch it and they'll take stuff out. You just won't see certain kills. You'll just notice up in the corner they suddenly have more kills. They're not cheating when they're competing. If they're not on LAN, I don't know. I don't know. If they're not on LAN, I've seen footage from people in actual competitions, and I'm like, what the frick was that? What the frick was that? I'm telling you, it's so difficult for me to believe that all these guys are playing at this level constantly at that level, and they have all these weird, strange, anomalous things. There's plenty of other people playing and streaming that don't have those things happening. Plenty of people. They're streaming COD and playing to decent numbers, and you won't see any of this stuff going on in their games. You mean at the actual comps? Well, sure. But that's not where... Don't you see? Most of these guys getting accused, okay? They're not making their money at the comps. They're making their money on their YouTube channels. They're making their money streaming. Oh, man, this guy's a god. When their revenue structure has suddenly shifted to streaming and uploads, come on. Because they know they can't show up at LAN and do it. Guys making cheats have vested interest in telling people that everyone, including the streamers, are using those cheats to spread the word and get more people on them. I don't trust their statements. I don't see that angle, homie. You think, Fat Lump, it's a PR move. Like, there's all these people that aren't cheating, but when they hear that pros cheat, they decide to? I don't think so. They make a massive amount of money. I'm not defending it, I'm just trying to understand the accusations. The accusations are simple. They break down the gameplay and they say, that doesn't happen in the game. That doesn't happen in the game. That right there, that doesn't happen in the game. This guy's running something. And everyone looks the other way. I'm not kidding you. I've seen the footage. I'm like, that's not normal. That's not normal. You know, going back and breaking down footage, like a couple of the guys did, they went back and defended themselves. They broke down some footage. There's footage that they won't defend and they won't break down. They just ignore it. That's like really telling. And listen, the thing that I don't like that the accusation guys do, this is what I don't like that they do. I don't think this is beneficial. They're like, set up the cameras so we can see your setup and then play a game. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing ever. They would turn off all the cheats. They would record until they got a good game and then be like, see, I'm not a cheater. It doesn't prove anything. Like, I don't know, the accusation guys get so zeroed in on this idea that, like, they should have to do a setup where they put cameras behind them and let us see their setup, let us see their controller, the wire going to their device, let us see all that, right? That doesn't prove anything, because all they would do is they would just record, you know, game after game after game. They'd eventually get a high-scoring game, and they'd be like, there you go, I'm not a cheater. They're good players. They're good players. Streamers react. Symphony cheating, banned. That's got to be fake. That's kind of sus. He's too stupid. Did he actually get banned? Is this in reference to the Z-Laner clip recently? There's tons of clips, not just of him. There are tons of clips. There are tons of channels dedicated to this. There are channels 100% dedicated to this, and I'm telling you, if it was one clip, who the frick cares? But when I watch 12 clips in a row that don't make any sense, I'm like, this guy's running something. Come on. I'd want to see the actual video, not a YouTube download of a Twitch stream type of thing. But we'd never get that. Well, no. That's what they always do, Eugene. They're like, go and watch this video. They link it below. They're like, go and watch the video. The timestamps are below. These clips are visible on their channel right now. And here's the thing. We're not talking about something that gets kind of blurry. Like the one where like he could see them through the fog and nobody understood how he could see them. Because on the kill cam, you can't see as far as they can. Like through the gas. There was that clip where it was like, how did he see those guys? Well, Z showed the original footage. And he was like, well, clearly I can see them. Okay, what about the other 10 clips where they slow it down and the center dot does something that makes no sense? Where's the defense of that? You don't need to see the original video to watch center dot movement move in a way that doesn't make an ounce of sense. He invited Beeman to his house to watch him play, but he won't accept. Oh, they troll about it and make content about it. Okay. Oh, Symphony posted it. Oh, that's Symphony's video. I remember we had this debate like months ago. Some of it does look sus. Yeah. Inviting somebody to your house? No. That doesn't prove anything. That's why I said all the hackuzation guys that obsess about this, like, make a video and set up cameras, I'm like, that doesn't prove anything. That doesn't prove anything. Look at the footage. There's footage of stuff that doesn't make any sense. Is YouTube crapping the bed right now? Why did we just lose? What is happening? Are you guys having to refresh or something? What is going on? I would still want to see the raw footage captured on the PC. So you'd want to be able to have them, what, send it to you? Not a Twitch stream clip? Eugene, some of the analyzation, okay, we just spiked back up. What is going on with the view count? YouTube is acting insane. We just dropped to 297 and now we're back up to like 360? No, it's not because we're saying anything about cheating. No. Cheating videos do very, very well. We just dropped to 297 and now we're at 366. Something must be going on the front end. Those are words right there. What is this? Thing said on Reddit, pixel perfect tracking of chest can be dismissed as cherry picking from hundreds of videos. However, these things are very hard to dismiss. Human reaction delay. In slow motion, you will always see some signs of reaction delay. In this video, I don't see it. The moment the enemy goes down, his aim keeps going, following chest with no delay. The moment the enemy changes running direction, aim remains locked with no delay. The moment one enemy gets thirsted, he fast flicks on the next enemy with zero delay or bullet missed. 2. Recoil. Slow motion should reveal recoil control imperfections. Each bullet has different recoil strength, so even the most perfect recoil control will look imperfect in slow motion. Yet in the video, it is always perfect, like on a y-axis, with zero over or under compensation, and that's despite tracking moving targets. Keep in mind that aim assist does nothing for recoil control. These are all the things I'm talking about. There was a blip? Okay. These are all the things I'm talking about. You can literally watch, they upload videos to their YouTube channels, and these guys break them down. I'm not talking about a Twitch stream clip. I'm talking about, hey guys, here's my latest highlight. And they comb over the highlight, and they're like, center dot movement, that doesn't make sense. That tracking doesn't make sense. That was a snap. That was a snap. What was that snap and stop? You know what I'm saying? People pay $5,000 for private sheets a month, make $10K on purple. Sounds like a good deal. I must not get these blips when they happen. Sometimes the blips primarily affect mobile. Here's another one. No attachment kilo kill is too good to be true for several reasons. It's nowhere as accurate as a fully kitted gun, and it's reasonable to expect a player to have less experience in controlling recoil off of floor loot. Moreover, I expect to see side-to-side bounce and accuracy due to it not having commando plus VLK, both of which reduce side-to-side bounce significantly, yet somehow every single bullet flies perfectly on target like it's the pre-nerf Grau or the Bruin. See, these people know what the frick they're talking about. Number 2, iron sight is horrendous. He uses affected FOV, making targets even smaller. When I use the Kylo, I have a hard time staying accurate outside of 30 to 40 meters for this exact reason. At 70 meters distance, a few hit markers is best I can achieve. Yet, he lasers a guy at 70 meters with crappy gun better than the Nate Gibson with proper gun. Oh, better than Nate Gibson with proper gun. Number 3, he starts shooting before he even aims at the target. This makes perfect recoil control and tracking even more far-fetched. Number 4, just before being downed, enemy changes running into opposite direction. Z still tracks him with 0 human reaction delay. Considering 1, 2, and 3 points, this is an even bigger red flag. These streamers play in uncontrolled environment. Literally anyone can get away with cheating. Saying streamers don't cheat is like saying professional athletes don't dope. Showing Task Manager before starting a game proves nothing. If they were required to install an anti-cheat that gathers full PC log and activity like is done right now for CSGO tournaments, I would roll my eyes at the cheating accusations. But in current circumstances, you are forced to cheat if you want to have a chance at winning prizes, because nothing stops players from cheating in tournaments and for the sake of content. Those are all great breakdowns of the videos that I'm talking about. I'm telling you. Can we get a link to that Reddit? I don't know what that... Yeah, I don't know what the Reddit is. I was just reading it. I don't know if I want to promote a Reddit post that's about Z specifically. Like, I don't... What's the name of the Reddit post? Who posted that? Was that a Coup de Papa? Yeah, Coup de Papa. What's the name of that Reddit post that people want to go find it? I don't want to put it in chat and promote something that's like attacking a specific person. But I'm telling you, it's like, I watched the footage, man. I've been playing first-person shooters since Wolfenstein 3D. I know what real aim looks like. I've shoutcasted professional-level tournaments in New York and on my own. And I'm telling you right now, I immediately can sniff out. I'm like, that didn't look right. I was like, that was odd. Now, if it was a little laggy or a little glitchy, and you had one clip, I'd be like, okay. But when you have clip after clip after clip of center dot movement that makes 0 frickin' sense. It makes 0 frickin' sense. Oh, it's in the Dr. Disrespect subreddit. Is Z-Laner cheating? So it's in the Dr. Disrespect subreddit. The dialogue around it is bogus, because they basically, all these guys that have been accused, they'll make one video responding, and then they act like the matter's settled. They're like, I've already responded to the accusations. I've invited people to my home, or whatever the frick. And it's like, okay, can you do a breakdown of the 10 video clips that I've seen where your center dot does stuff that doesn't happen in anybody else's gameplay? No one can replicate what your game is doing, not even when they go into a closed environment and they try. Like, aim assist doesn't do what your aim does. It's... I'm telling you, there's an epidemic of soft cheating at the pro level in COD. There is. What about those guys? They can't be cheating at tournaments, right? If they aren't on their own rigs. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on the tournaments and the esports pros, but when I say pro level, I'm talking about like the guys who they're a part of orgs, they stream, they upload content. There are countless clips out there of these guys doing stuff that makes 0 frickin' sense. It makes 0 frickin' sense. I have worked in this industry. I've shoutcasted at a professional level. I've been playing first-person shooters competitively. I played in Quake 3 Rocket Arena. I went to LANs. I played against people. I played against cheaters. I know when I see footage that is not legit. Like, now, here's the big problem. There's a lot of hackuzation channels that rip clips out of context and make false accusations. And what that does is it poisons the well. There are plenty of really good videos with great breakdowns that are not cherry-picked clips. Like, how did you know that guy was in the building? And then when you watch the entire clip, you're like, well, of course he knew the guy was in the building. He had UAV and he heard the guy. You just cut that out of the video, right? So there's plenty of bad videos out there that poison the well. So people think all these hackuzation channels are the same. They cherry-pick clips, and they're just jealous, and they're trying to make a career riding on the coattails of big streamers. And it's like, no. I've seen the clips. No. They have ways to cheat on rigs at events as well with modified capture cards where they're, quote, just recording their gameplay for later videos. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not going to get into all that because whoever runs the tournaments, you know, would have to have things in place to be like, no, you can't do that. No. You could say, look, we record everything natively for you and we'll give you everything after on a thumb drive. No. We will record every ounce of your gameplay and give it to you. You can't hook anything into this system at all. The one dude that's been after Z-Laner was shown to be manipulating clips. I don't know about Bad Boy Beeman. I don't know. The one time he uploaded a video and Z responded to it and was like, hey, I could see him through the gas. Here's what I mean. Now, Beeman has a bunch of other videos and other clips that Z never responded to. There's also Headband. Headband's got videos and he's never responded to them. It's like the one that I saw from Headband, he's like, watch the center dot. He shows like 7 clips in a row that don't make any sense. It's not a, oh, you took out the UAV or the sound. It's center dot movement that is soft cheating. Like, it's like, that's not legitimate. And it's never been addressed. It's never been responded to. No, yeah, the Bad Boy Beeman video that he responded to that was clip manipulation, that was the very first video, and after that, there's been no responses to the other. I think there's more damning clips. Why would you keep responding to someone who's been manipulating clips? But clip manipulation, in my estimation, is an overstatement. It's an overstatement, because he, on the kill cam footage, so basically what happened is, there was a guy that died who was spectating Z and was like, how'd you see those guys? Even the guy playing with Z was like, how'd you see them? I couldn't see them. So it got everybody's attention. So it wasn't clip manipulation. It was the rendering of the video, right? Like, it's been addressed. There are all these other pieces of footage that have never been addressed. Never been addressed. If you're at that level, why even waste your time responding to every accusation? You'd be wasting your time, which in turn produces money. I wouldn't respond to every single one either. I'm not saying you should respond to every single one. I don't give a crap what he does. The footage is as suspicious as it gets. And I think it proved to me there is an epidemic of soft cheating at the upper echelons of COD. I've seen too many clips. I've seen too many center dot movement videos that make zero frickin' sense. They make zero frickin' sense. Clip manipulation in one video that's been responded to and addressed doesn't answer all of the other clips that I've seen. When center dot is twitching and stopping in, I think at this point I've seen 12 different clips, multiple different streamers. I'm like, nah, y'all are soft cheating. Zero doubt in my mind. I know what legitimate gameplay looks like, and this isn't it. I've been watching streamers play these games for years, and it sticks out so bad when you see it. You're like, it's just immediately record scratches. You're like, huh? What was that? Why did that happen? What was that? What is center dot movement? There's a center dot for your ADS. There's a dot in the center of the screen. I'm not saying you're wrong, but failure to address accusations after you've addressed them before isn't evidence the accusations are true. Well, Eugene, he also cherry-picked the accusations. He cherry-picked very specific clips. He's never addressed the one where the other player lags and his aim goes click, 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 and just tracks with the guy that's lagging. He didn't address that clip. Speaking of cherry picking, he cherry picked clips to respond to. He didn't even respond to all of the clips. He cherry picked individual ones that he could say, oh, he's manipulating, or oh, I could see through the gas. There was all these other clips he didn't address. So to act like he fully addressed the accusations and then they came out with a whole new swath of them, no, that's not what happened. No. There was all these clips circulating. There was all these claims circulating, and he addressed like a handful. The laggy ones never been addressed, and the ones that Headband shows where he's like, watch the center dot, watch the center dot. Those have never been addressed, and they never will, because they don't make sense. The one that we watched. Remember, we were watching them in the Discord, and he snaps on the guy and stops shooting, and he lets the guy kill him? What? Huh? You can tell. You can tell it. You can tell the soft cheating procs and is super blatant, and then he lets the guy kill him because he realizes what happened. He reacts. He vocalizes it. He's like he says something. I've spent lots of time watching people. I know, and I have a list of names who I avoid watching because they're soft cheating. I refuse to watch people like that. It was an epidemic in Destiny 2 community as well. Honestly, still is. It doesn't surprise me. Most of the Destiny streamers view bot and follow bot. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they would cheat in the game either. It's not surprising at all. I'm not saying he fully addressed, but so much has been levied at him, he can't be expected to address every clip. I don't care if he addresses them. I don't think he can. I've seen the clips of him. I've seen the clips of other guys. They're soft cheating at the upper echelons of COD. I don't need him to say a word. I know. I watched the clips. There's nothing he can say that would change my mind. So I don't care if he makes a video or not. I don't care if he makes a video or not. There's a soft cheating epidemic at the upper echelons of COD. I've seen the clips. There's no way to explain it away. None. Some of the most careful channels have said, we have gone into private matches. We have tried to replicate this. We cannot get our game to do this. It just won't. It's... You can address 12 flipping clips, though. Symphony? I don't know anything about Symphony. I'm not sitting here listing names. I'm not in the interest of being like, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. I watched a handful of videos from guys like Beeman and Headband, and I'm telling you, the clips will never be explained because they can't be explained. When you break them down in slow-mo, evidence of soft cheating is there. It's there. And you will notice more and more now, a lot of those guys, they don't stream, some of them don't stream as often. They move toward like uploading edited montages because they can pull out all the fishy stuff. And there's nothing you can do because what's going to happen is they'll age out, right? They'll age out and they'll vanish into thin air. They'll make millions and then they'll just retire and disappear. 8-month milestone from Rainbow. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Why not just call it cheating? Well, the reason it's important to call it soft cheating, Zubair, it seems weird, but the reason you need to call it soft cheating is because when you watch the footage, it's not blatant, and that's why so many people dismiss it. They're like, bro, if somebody was using an aimbot, if somebody was using wall hacks, you would see it. It would be blatant. It's like, no, they're soft cheating. You can barely see it. It's super undetectable. It's toggleable. It's very minor. That's why you call it soft cheating, because they're genuinely, people don't get it. They're like, if they were cheating, we would see it. What do you mean? Like, so many people dismiss the accusations for that reason. Are we getting gameplay today? There will be Modern Warfare 2 gameplay today, yes. They got their bag and just dipped. Doesn't matter after the fact. Oh, yeah. And COD's not going to do anything because it would be terrible for PR. Do you have any idea how bad it would be for PR to see some of the best players in the world taken down for cheating? It'd be like, well, everyone's freaking cheating. Screw that game. It would be a PR nightmare for them. That's why they're all whitelisted. If you've been accused of cheating and it was false, you absolutely would talk about every major clip in the video you're responding to if you could. You're not going to miss that time. You're not going to miss some out to save time. That's what I'm saying, Watts. Not only that, Beeman made a great point in one of his videos. He's like, his videos responding to the accusations are some of his most watched videos. You're literally going to make tons of money responding to these vids. With what are you doing? Come on. What about Shroud? Listen, I don't watch enough of these guys to commentate. I just seen enough videos to convince me there's an epidemic of soft cheating at the upper echelons of COD. I've been convinced. It's compelling. It's like, these clips are incredibly compelling. They're incredibly damning. These guys will never respond to these clips. They're just going to make their money while they can. They're going to make hay while the sun is shining. Eventually this will catch up to them, and then they'll just retire. I don't like well, he addressed it, but he didn't address this. It means he's cheating. Yeah, I'm not compelled by that, Eugene. I'm compelled by the clips. The reason that they will never be a response is because there is no response. This is the one you recorded, slowed down. Yeah, back in February, his aim snaps to the left in a way that doesn't seem like he even did it. Yep. It almost seems broken. Yep. It's just odd. You're slow-mo recording. Yeah. If Shroud is soft cheating, he's super good at it. I want you to hear the reasoning and hear my logic. They are soft cheating because they're excellent players that need an edge to stay on the edge. Do you understand? They're all getting older. Every year that passes, they're older. And they're a little slower. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying a top-level player soft cheating is going to be so hard to detect because they're already God tier. They're already God tier. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have such a hard time seeing it. They already do things throughout the entirety of their gameplay that puts them ahead of most people in the lobby. And then the soft cheating gives them that edge so they can win those gunfights and kill and get those high kills. It's very hard to maintain high levels of play all day, every day. Right. It's just... the fact that they did just game after game after game after game, it's like, what on earth? These guys, when they get ready for, like, you know, tournaments and stuff, they don't play like that. You burn yourself out. Your reflexes are gonna slow down. Your brain's gonna be fatigued. Your reflexes are gonna be fatigued. And these guys just game, stream, bam, 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 high kill. Like, come on. Always somehow know where people are. The whole left monitor thing convinced me. Blatantly looking at another monitor, like, maybe there's guys over here, and then they get over there and there's like a ton of people. It's like, what? I used to be a god at Gears 3, then a few years later in Gears 4, I'm doo-doo. New players be doing crap that took me months to master. Yep. It's the guy on the roster bubble that needs to cheat. The guy at number 1 is safe, but the guys at number 1 would probably are probably some of the ones doing it to maintain that number 1. They got to maintain that edge, baby. They got to maintain that edge. I don't think anything's going to happen from any of the hackuzation channels. I don't think anything's going to happen. The only thing that's going to happen is somebody would finally have to just break and feel guilty and admit to it. Like, I have to, they come clean, or they just get blatantly caught somehow. I think the footage is blatant personally, but people look at the footage and think, I don't know, man, just looks like a good player to me. Like, you know, it's good train. It's like impossible to catch a pro cheating. They don't need aimbots, so everything else is fine. I just realized you quit playing PvP games because you don't want to be cannon fodder for kids just like me. I actually didn't quit for that reason. I quit because I just got burned out. I played every COD all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, every day, all day. And then I started playing Borderlands with the same group of guys, and it was just so much more enjoyable and so much more laid back. Here's my take on the whole situation. We got big news and things leaking. F these cheaters. Let's talk games. Oh, we're about to switch gears anyway. Lono sounds like a good cop trying to get the suspect to admit why he's the killer. It's okay. We know why you did it. The video proof is circumstantial. It's not direct evidence. Yeah, that's why nothing will ever happen. No. That's why. That's why. Like, and it needs to be concrete, and it's not concrete. It's like, I find it compelling. I'm like, you convinced me. That's a cheat. That's a soft cheat right there. That's the 8th clip in a row doing the same kind of nonsense. Yeah, I'm convinced. You know, I'm compelled. But that compelling me and portions of the public isn't enough. These guys have got to get caught, locked in hard, you know, there it is on their computer, that kind of stuff. Hearsay, sustained. Okay. All right, we got to ramp up. We got to ramp up for Summer Game Fest, so we're going to head over to the next stream. This was kind of us biding time anyway. This was a good stream. We met new people. We had good discussions, but we were kind of biding time with this one because we knew we weren't going to be able to have one topic get us all the way to 1 o'clock. So now we have an hour-long wait for Summer Game Fest, but we can talk about our expectations and things we're looking forward to. We can do a fun poll, right? We can do a fun poll. Before we do that, I don't want to have that VOD be awkward and weird. I don't have that that VOD be awkward and weird. Let me go refill my water and grab my lunch, and then we'll switch and redirect. Bro, what is this lunch? My wife went kind of crazy. Excuse me. Okay. There's a link in chat. I'm going to post it again in case the redirect doesn't work. Should work. Summer Game Fest 2022 is right around the corner. We are an official co-streamer of Summer Game Fest 2022 with Geoff Keighley. We'll be going live with that coverage about an hour into this VOD. So if you're watching this VOD and you're looking for that Summer Game Fest 2022 coverage, it's here. It's going to be in this video. We did it live. I'm an official co-streamer. I've got the overlays. I've got all the stuff, right? And we will be covering all the big announcements. God of War Ragnarok release date will likely be announced. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 gameplay is going to be in the Game Fest. Let me end the previous stream and bring everybody over. We covered Modern Warfare